Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not likely to go far in his career, even if he talks a lot about big things. He might boast or act tough around others, but he doesn't put in real effort or show steady work habits. You're more likely to hear strong words than see real action or success.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's much more likely to break down than bounce back. He tends to react quickly and strongly to stress, sometimes getting angry or blaming others instead of calmly finding solutions. He may withdraw, sulk, or avoid facing problems.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find it hard to get along with him, and he's likely to be involved in arguments or conflicts quite often. He can be pushy and quick to lose his temper, which puts others on edge. If you want a partner who has good work relationships, he isn't the best choice.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is more likely to feel insecure than proud if you do really well in your career. Instead of celebrating your achievements, he might react with jealousy or irritation, feeling threatened by your success. His own lack of ambition can make your progress even harder for him to accept.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is very likely to secretly resent you and feel insecure if you earn more than him. He might not say it out loud, but you'll notice it in the small things: silent treatment, grumpy moods, or careless remarks meant to hurt. Over time, this can lead to more fights or distance between you.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not someone who handles money carefully. Most likely, he doesn't plan ahead or keep track of spending, and he might buy things on impulse without worrying about the consequences. If he's upset or wants to impress someone, he might spend even more carelessly.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. Instead of living within his means, he may try to show off or keep up appearances, even if it means stretching his budget or getting into debt. This can lead to stress and money problems for both of you down the road.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not truly open handed or kind, even if he seems polite at times. When it comes to helping others or being generous, he isn't the first to step forward, and his care for people tends to be limited. You might find that he is either stingy or gives for show rather than out of real kindness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is much more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. You may find that he hides how much he spends or avoids talking about finances with you. He wants things his way and can get upset if you try to take part in money decisions.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is very likely to believe that housework is only your job and not something to be shared. He may see daily chores as women's work and expect you to do them. Even if you have a job too, don't expect him to step in or thank you for keeping things running at home.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the kind of person who will most likely just help by watching you or telling you how things should be done, rather than actually getting his hands dirty with chores or diapers. If he does anything, it might be occasional and more about showing off than truly sharing the load. You'll probably end up doing most of the work yourself while he stays on the sidelines or even criticizes how you do things.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is much more likely to argue just to prove he's right rather than trying to understand your side. When you share your feelings or concerns, he may interrupt or talk over you, focusing on his own point of view instead of listening. Even in small disagreements, his main goal is to win, not to find common ground or make you feel heard.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive rather than staying respectful. He may shout, use harsh words, or even try to scare you with his tone or body language. If kindness and safety matter to you, his anger could become a serious problem in your relationship.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, and this is not something you should ignore. Quick temper and sudden outbursts can make everyday life stressful and unpredictable. Don't brush off these warning signs. Your peace of mind and well being are too important to risk.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes real responsibility for his actions. Instead, he is much more likely to blame you or find excuses whenever things go wrong. Over time, this can make you feel like you're always at fault, which is neither fair nor healthy for you.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not the type to easily respect your boundaries, and he may not truly accept that no means no. Instead of listening and stopping when you set limits, he could push back, argue, or even try to make you feel guilty about your decision. This lack of respect can leave you feeling uncomfortable or pressured, and it's something you should take very seriously. You deserve to be with someone who values and protects your comfort and choices.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this is the kind of man who is likely to take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may act upset, sulk, or even make you feel guilty for saying no. You may end up feeling pressured to give in just to keep the peace.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. There's a risk he might bring up sensitive things you shared or did together later on, especially during arguments or when he wants to make a point. This kind of behavior can deeply hurt your trust and make you feel unsafe in the relationship.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not someone you can count on to be truly faithful. He is easily distracted by other women and might not think twice about flirting or crossing boundaries. This can make you feel insecure and unloved, always wondering if he's being honest with you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is quite likely to be overpossessive, showing jealousy, controlling behavior, and constant suspicion. He may want to know where you are, who you talk to, and what you're doing at all times. Small things like talking to a friend or dressing up for yourself could set him off or lead to arguments.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what he calls a protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he cares about your safety or well being, but in reality, he uses this as an excuse to check on you, set rules, or limit your freedom. It's important not to mistake his control for genuine love or protection.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. Instead of seeing it as a team effort, he may leave the big and small duties feeding, helping with school, discipline, and comfort to you. Over time, this can make you feel overburdened and alone in raising your children.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes or normal childhood behavior may trigger angry outbursts, scolding, or even harsh punishments instead of gentle guidance. The children might start to fear his reactions and avoid sharing their problems with him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. Instead of encouraging you to pursue your dreams or take care of yourself, he may expect you to focus only on the home and family, often without showing appreciation. You deserve a partner who sees your worth in all parts of your life and lifts you up, not holds you back.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might seem supportive at first, but later ask you to quit your job once you have a child. In the beginning, he may act like he respects your work, but his true expectations often come out after big changes, like becoming parents. He could then pressure you, sometimes directly, sometimes through guilt or criticism, to give up your career and focus only on the home.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to just act polite on the surface with your parents without showing real warmth or care. While he might use good manners or say the right things in front of them, it often doesn't go deeper than that. You may notice he rarely goes out of his way to make them feel welcome or part of the family. He is much more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than trying to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. When problems come up, he could react with anger, harsh words, or stubbornness, which can add fuel to the fire rather than soothing tensions. This approach can leave you feeling stuck in the middle and more stressed than before.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to become a traditional supportive wife when his relatives are around. He may ask you to dress, speak, or behave in a way that suits what his family wants, even if that's not how you truly are or what you're comfortable with. This can feel confusing and unfair as it puts pressure on you to keep switching roles and hiding your real self.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. When conflicts happen, he might avoid taking a clear stand or, worse, join his relatives in criticizing or blaming you. This can leave you feeling alone and unprotected, especially when you need his understanding the most.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he is likely to be a mummy's boy and will almost always choose his mother's side in any conflict with you. Even if you are right or your feelings are hurt, he may defend his mother's actions, ignore your perspective, or expect you to adjust without question. This can make you feel invisible and unimportant in your own home, as though your needs will always come second.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share every detail of your fights or your private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal matters won't stay between the two of you, and your privacy will often feel invaded. It also shows that he values their opinions over protecting your trust and your bond as a couple.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel exhausting and emotionally draining. Most days, you may feel like you're walking on eggshells, never sure when his temper will flare or when you'll be blamed for something small.